Now streaming Yacht Club B-roll. Um, I'm gonna try to keep it really short and sweet because I'm not as eloquent as a lot of the people who I respect, talking about the same things that I'm thinking about, like Samantha B on Full Frontal, John Oliver on Last Week Tonight, and Rachel Maddow and a lot of the other really great journalists at MSNBC. Um, so my two most the two issues that I am most passionate about are education and the environment, and that is mainly because I see those things as things that we can't just survive damage to for 4 years. So this is the time where we really need to be diligent, and no matter how frustrating and exhausting it gets, just keep asking questions, keep talking, keep, calling your representatives. Anyway, so here is one idea that I've had. So shout out to my mom, who probably 5,000 times in my life has said, use your brain, don't complain. So here's me using my brain. Let's use some of the money that Trump is thinking about taking away from the EPA and other really awesome environmental protection companies, agencies, groups, and even some infrastructure funds. And let's create federal grants for trade laborers currently in the fossil fuel industry, like coal miners, and provide them with continuing education, trade education programs for sustainable energy jobs like wind and solar. Not only will this create a ton of American jobs, but we will create an entire new generation from our older generation of laborers in unsustainable resources. So that is idea number one. Number two is not so much like an idea like that as advice to my fellow Americans who, no matter your qualifications, no matter the delicacy of your snowflake, we all count just as much as the other. And my advice is to do with the issues of our lack of communication with whatever other side we are on, and that is. It seems like there's this structure for disagreements and claims now where you make a claim and then instead of evidence you attack personally whatever entity or person that you are disagreeing with. And that, it works, obviously. Donald Trump is fantastic at this. You really succeed, Donnie, in that matter. But it's not positive and it's not productive. And so instead of saying anything personal about whatever person you're trying to communicate with, cite some references. And if you are trying to communicate with someone who's doing this to you, seriously, just brush it off, step outside, spin around a couple times like I do, come back in, ignore it, and then keep asking questions to the meat of the issue. Because it doesn't really matter what other people think of you. It matters what we can all do to work together to, really protect our real patriotism, our real America. And as Lady Liberty says, it's not It's not just all the white Christian males, you guys. It's a lot of other people, and we need to remember that. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I am building my own wall, which is very pretty, a lot prettier than I bet Trump's is gonna be. I wonder whose land he's gonna build that on anyway, and how that's gonna work. Like, if it's on American land, then there's no reason for Mexico to pay for it, but if it's on Mexico's land, then we have no... Anyway, so, yeah, I am getting back to work. I hope you all have a fantastic life, and hopefully we all don't get nuked. Hasta la vista, hombres. You're all wonderful to me.